A welcome back to New York City means more than a return to shining lights and late nights during COVID-19. The once vibrant city has changed remarkably and significantly since NYU students left 6 months ago. And for students coming back from states on New York's restricted list, 30 out of 50 states, it can be a lot of work.
If you haven't done so,
Those returning from restricted states are required to quarantine for 14 days. Students must be tested within 24 hours of arrival and again 7 days later. After the quarantine period, all students are required to participate in ongoing testing provided by NYU. Bella Sealis returned from her home in Seattle and has been slowly adjusting.
I have one in-person class, so every week I get randomly selected to do a testing. So every other week we do a test, we spit in the tube, drop it off. And then to get to campus, we have to do our daily screening and ask your exposure, your testing history.
For students returning to NYU, it's not just campus life that will look different, but all of New York City.
Times Square, known as the busiest intersection in the world, now features closed stores and blackened billboards. New York City was not only devastated by COVID-19, but also civil unrest and protests. Symbols calling for justice are scattered across the city. Barricades surrounding NYPD precincts show remnants of the unrest in the city. Officers also now have the role of enforcing social distancing guidelines in popular tourist locations, such as Times Square and Rockefeller Center.
In our parks, there are the presence of police and park rangers that we didn't see before, and it just gives you a different feeling of the city, and it just increases your awareness of how many inner issues the city is trying to face.
Despite navigating a strange new world, the hustle and bustle of New York is alive.
We've been city biking every morning, doing our little lap, enjoying the weather while we have it. And I think it's made us enjoy the little things and all the things that we've been dying to do in New York, we finally have time to do.
Students have come back to find a whole different world, both negative and positive, and are experiencing a familiar city in a new light. Reporting for NYU, I'm Claire Wright.